Hello everybody, today I want to discuss natural theology or theology in nature. Of course, natural theology is not equal to observing nature or loving nature. Natural theology explore the essence of God's hand in the society, communities, or human activities. Notions, concepts such as politics or economics, and natural theology seeks the essence of the Bible in human activities or other phenomena in nature or so on. And so, of course, there is a diversity in Christianity. There is a diversity in natural theology. Some radical Christians deny natural theology. And for example, radical evangelical deny natural theology because natural theology is not depicted in the Bible. So they believe the foundation of the Bible, and they fundamentally believe the Bible as a perfect form of description. And so in natural theory, there is no such a description that evangelical believe. And so evangelical deny the natural theology. So, but as you know, evangelicals sees Mr. Trump as a hero of the Christianity. Of course, some radical Christians believe Mr. Trump as a hero of Christianity or hero of the Bible. And of course, this can be natural theology because they seek the essence of the Bible in politics. This can be natural theology. So, of course, Mr. Donald Trump is not described in the Bible. In the Bible, his name doesn't exist. And so, anyway, this is just one phenomenon in Christianity. And so, and of course, observing nature, loving nature can be natural theology. So I want to introduce a book written by Thomas Merton. This is the type of journal, not fiction, not dissertation or critics, and this is just a journal. Thomas Merton's diary, and the title is "When the Trees Say Nothing." When the trees say nothing, and so Thomas Merton lived in nature. He lived in a hermitage, and he maintained his life as like a hermit. So, and the sentences of this book feels poetic, but he is not genius poet, but he is a poetic theologian, and he can understand the essence of nature and the beauty of nature, and only a poet can understand the beauty of nature. So I encounter various theologians in books, and but most theologians cannot understand the beauty of nature. They immerse themselves into the concept, notion, and that they are attached to, and so of course attaching to books can hinder the sense of poetry, and most theologians can't understand the beauty of nature or art, and so nature, observing nature itself is art, but so you can't find the beauty of nature in books. So, but Thomas Merton lived in nature, hermitage, and he observed everything in nature: forests, rivers, and sunlights and the straight sunlight in the afternoons or the morning, and he contemplate God's hands in nature. Then he meditate himself as a part of nature, not owner of nature, and of course, he was a scholar of Zen Buddhism, not scholar of Zen Buddhism, but he was keen leader of Zen philosophy, and he had interaction with Daisetsu Suzuki. Daisetsu Suzuki is a historian and Zen scholar of Zen Buddhism, and Daisetsu Suzuki acknowledged Thomas Merton as a higher intellectual who can understand the essence of Zen Buddhism. And many Zen scholars and historians see Westerners are unable to understand Zen Buddhism because Western theologians tended to be so conceptual. They attach to reading books. They attach to concept that they pile up in their minds, but so concept notion, theologian piling up their mind, hinder they understand the emptiness or enlightenment in Zen Buddhism. So, for example, Western theologian believe enlightenment can be attained by intellectual activity, but in Zen Buddhism, monks deny such approach. Monks just sit on the floor as a meditation, and that's all. The monks clean the floor of the temple, and the monks just cooking, and the monks just sleeping on the floor in short time, and that's all. This is the depth play. There's no books in the temple because reading books hinder your ability in enlightenment. You already possess enlightenment, but the seeking outside enlightenment in books and so on can hinder your enlightenment, mindfulness. So, of course, this is just an example. Zen monks are so intellectual. They read books, but they deny reading books. This is contradictory, but in their discipline, this is a very great method. So, Thomas Merton can understand the essence of Zen Buddhism, and so his high intelligence can understand the beauty of nature and Zen Buddhism, and in his mind, this sense of discipline of Zen Buddhism and observing nature is combined into one method. Of course, Thomas Merton is a Catholic friar. He didn't. Of course, he doesn't try to confuse with Christian mysticism with Zen Buddhism, and because he understands there's a huge gap between Christian mysticism and Zen discipline. So, for example, Daisetsu Suzuki described Zen is not mysticism. Zen is not mysticism. Zen is just suchness, emptiness, which cannot be described by languages or human intellectual activities. And for example, Zen poets such as Ryokan or Matsuo Basho, explore the essence of Zen Buddhism in nature through their traveling, through their journey throughout in Japan, and so they don't describe suchness by intellectual activities or other intellectual approaches, and they just travel and observe nature and noted the landscape, and that's all. And I believe Thomas Merton, the approach is also Zen-like meditation. Zen-like meditation, and um, he embedded the method of Zen discipline into his meditation. He combined the discipline of Zen Buddhism into Catholic meditation, but he didn't confuse with Catholicism, and Zen Buddhism. This is a very crucial point to understand his essence. And so anyway, and for Thomas Merton, observing nature, living in nature, can be natural theology, and also it is also a discipline, Zen-like discipline, and it is also his art. Observing itself is his art. So we can contemplate God's hand through observing nature, loving nature, and we can contemplate who God is through Zen-like discipline. Yeah, and I understand radical Christians deny such approach and method, and because it is like a heretic. Yeah, of course, I understand exploring other religion, exploring other belief can be a risk for all Christians. Because it leads us into heretic belief, but the terminology of heresy can be risk to confine our perspective in narrow ways. We can easily criticize other people who believe in other religion, despite we don't understand their belief. We can easily criticize people in other religion, despite we cannot understand their belief, their perspective, and we easily judge other people with our subjective judgment, perspective. This such trouble often cause in Christianity. Many Christians can't understand other people because they don't try to understand other people, because they are all pagan, they are all heretic, they are all so and so only a handful of intellectuals such as Thomas Merton can understand the value of other religion, the value of human activity in secular culture. But Thomas Merton never fall into heretic, never fall into heresy, never fall into abandon his fundamental belief. And this is a strong point of natural theology. So we can contemplate our human ability in politics, economics, social issues, or of course from other religions. And I love learning natural theology through reading Thomas Merton's books, and I recommend reading Thomas Merton's book, including this. And Thomas Merton was not narrow-minded mind. He is not narrow-minded man, and he can understand the value of peoples. It's a good thing. And this is the reason why I love his perspective. So today I discussed natural theology or theology in nature. And observing nature and loving nature can be natural theology. I recommend it. So thank you for watching.